Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be talking about sizes of rhinestones. I'm going to go a little in depth of it and also showing you beginner-friendly glues that you can use. If you're new here, consider subscribing. It will really mean a lot to me. My name is Lydia. I post behind the scenes video about my business, motherhood, lifestyle. I'm a mom of four. If you're interested in realistic way of running or behind the scenes video, then this channel is for you. Consider subscribing. If you're already but a goodie, thank you so much for coming back. Let me dive right into it. So I got a question on one of my videos about stones and glues. So that is what today's video is going to be. I have the stones here on my table and I will show you in a little bit. But before I do, let me talk a little more about the stones, rhinestones we're talking about. So with rhinestones, there are so many out there. The ones that are very common to use is resin, jelly, glass, Swarovski crystals. Now, with Swarovski crystals, you do need license to purchase it. It's very expensive. If you know your target audience, if you know whom you are servicing, and they will pay whatever it is, it doesn't matter how much it is, they will pay with no questions asked, then I will say do Swarovski crystals, right? Because it's expensive. Now, if you are starting out, you are a beginner, or you are in the middle, you don't know what you're doing, but you kind of, I will not waste money on glass stones because glass stones are also expensive. I will stick with jelly stones or resin stones because it's cheaper. And even if you make a mistake, it's okay because it's not that much. All right. Now, moving on to, if you are a beginner, do not use, and I will stand by this and I'll say it again, don't use anywhere smaller than SS20 unless you are doing a scattered method. Again, if you are a beginner, you will not think about scattered method. You will think about honeycomb before you move into scattered method, but to each their own. If you decide to do a scattered method, you are going to need different sizes of stone, anywhere from SS30 all the way to SS3s. Okay, so because scattered is scattered. Basically, you are just putting stones, whatever fit is what you're putting it. It's not like the honeycomb where it's one stone and you are just lining it up, right? So I have my stones and my glues on my table. I'm going to flip you around and show you everything that is happening. All right, so these are all the stones that I have so far with me, and these are the glues. But let me talk about the stones first, and then we move on to the glues. Now, the reason I said don't go bigger or lower than SS20 if you are a beginner. This is SS16. This is SS20. You see the size difference? This is SS12. If you are, don't mind this, if you are doing a rhinestone honeycomb method and you are doing it on a 20-ounce tumbler, this is going to take you a long time to do. And it's also going to be a little bit difficult. To do a honeycomb, I will recommend SS16 and SS20. It's easier to work with. If you go bigger, you see how big this is? If you go bigger, it is bigger than this. It's twice the size of this, which is SS30. One, can you use it? Yes, you can use it. Is your cup going to look nice? No, it's not, because it's going to be very big and heavy. That is the reason I said to either use SS20 or SS16. I am responding to a comment here. Now let's go to the sizes. This is SS20, this is SS16, this is SS12, SS6, and SS3. Look how tiny the SS3 is. In the camera, it looks big, but if I go up, it's very tiny. And SS3 is basically what we use in here, right? You see how tiny these stones are? Now, if I go back, you barely, like, you see that it's stones because of the lines, but you have to come close to know that it's rhinestones in there. That is why I said, if you are going to go, if you were a beginner, stick with SS20. You can use Swarovski crystals. Like I said, it's very expensive. I personally will not buy a Swarovski crystal if I am a beginner. I'm not going to throw that money away, right? Now, let me talk about glue. This is glue. This is Liquid Fusion. This is Gemtech. And then this is Crown Crystal. All right. All three glues you can use. This one, you don't need extra container to put it in. I'll show you the tip. These two, the tip are very big. You will need a precision bottle to put this in. If you are a beginner, and I'm not going to stop saying beginner, these glues will be perfect for you. I will not use epoxy if you are a beginner because there is epoxy you have to mix, right? Some of the epoxies, like Bob Smith A and B, it comes in two parts. You have to mix A and B. And if you do not know what you are doing, I will not advise you to do Bob Smith A and B. You don't know what you're doing. How can you know the amount you have to mix, right? So these glues, I know there are plenty out there, but this is what I am familiar with, and these are the ones that I can talk about. With Liquid Fusion, some of the bottles come yellow like this. Don't worry, it's nothing. Once you do it and it dries clear. All these glues dries clear. This is white. This glue, when you put it on your bottle, is going to come like this. It's white. But when it dries, it will dry clear. This glue, Crown Crystal, which is crystal glaze, is clear and it dries clear. All these glues have smell to it. If you are very, very sensitive with smell, open your window, turn on a fan if you can, and like I said, if you are very sensitive, wear face masks. All these glue has a smell. Now, I have E6000. I get questions about E6000. I personally would not use E6000 on drinkable stuff, right? None of the glues are safe, but some are safer than others. So these ones are safer than the E6000, right? E6000, if you bling Crocs, if you bling t-shirts, if you bling jean jackets, if you are doing it on a surface like a table, or you are blinging something like these, I would say use E6000. Do not use E6000 on a drinkware. Don't use E6000 on it because it's very, very harmful and it's deadly. Read the description. And every glue, you have to read the description. Every glue has the curing time. I explained this the other day. Curing and drying time, okay? Drying time is when you put the glue down on whatever surface you are working on. Drying time is the between that time when you put it, the time is going to dry, right? And then curing is when you are done with your project, you have to let it sit for longer than the drying time. Majority of the glues, the drying time is very short. Crown Crystal, drying time is between 3 to 5 minutes. This one, they are all between, I think, 5 to 10 minutes. So you have that leeway, right? Once it dry, it tells you at the back how long you have to let it cure. Some say 24 hours, some say 48 hours. Crown Crystal says 24 hours, and I believe the rest says 24 hours. Yes, it says it right here, 24 hours for it to cure. So that means when you finish with your cup, you have to wait 24 hours to do anything with it, to wash it, to do anything. I've already told you, I let mine sit for 1 week before I wash it and ship it out to my customer. To each their own. This is what I choose to do, and I'm sticking with it. And I also add it to my processing time. So that is it. So this is it. Let me show you the tips of these glues. Okay, so with the crown crystal, the reason I love it is one, is very good, is very, very good. And two, it has the tip for me already. You see, it has the tip, so I don't need to buy extra tip. And then it comes with a pin like this, so when you finish, you just stick it in there and then that's it, right? So I like crown crystal. Now, Gem Tech comes with this. If you are a beginner, this tip right here is very big. It's gonna come when you push your glue out, it's gonna come in chunks. So is the liquid fusion. You see the tip is very big. So you need a precision bottle. What that means, and I will link all you are seeing here in the description below. So check the description. The precision bottle is for these two. When you buy them, you need these bottle you can find on Amazon. Put the glue in here and then work with it here. If you stop, let's say you have to go get something done, you can get a pin, a needle, and stick it in the hole here. If it will focus for me, it's not focusing. Okay. All right, there we go. The needle, you stick it right in here, like what the liquid crown crystal is. You stick it in here so your glue doesn't dry. So with these ones, Gem Tag and liquid fusion, you would need a precision bottle. If you know how to put it on your cup or whatever you're doing, like I said, you can also use these on anything. It doesn't have to be cups. It does not have to be cups. Gem Tag, liquid fusion, crown crystal, you can use it on whatever you want. But these are, if you were a beginner and you're trying to learn, these are very good for you to at least start something because you don't have to worry about it and it gives you time. Now, Bob Smith A and B, right? It gives you 30 minutes before it dries. So what the advanced people do is they put a lot there and then they work because it's going to dry within 30 minutes. It's not like this where it will dry within 3 to 5 minutes, right? So you can use this one if you know what you are doing with a Bob Smith. I'm not saying it's not good. It's very good. But if you know what you are doing where you can miss A and B, good, go for it. But if you don't, stick with these ones. And once you advance, you can go on and you can advance with the glue. It doesn't matter what glue you use, right? So that is it. I hope I went in detail of everything and I hope I have answered as much as I can. But if you have any question, please let me know in the comment below. If you want me to show you something, please do not hesitate. Let me know in the comment. I do not mind showing you, but I'm going to end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and watch this video through. If you've watched it to this part, then I know you did. So let me know. Put a heart in the comment. That is the only way I'm going to know you watched the video till this part. Until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.